All right, buckle up, folks, because we're diving into the latest episode of Dumb and Dumber Political Edition, starring our old favorite, Minnesota's very own governor, Tim Walz, aka Tampon Tim, the guy who thinks tampons in boys' rooms are what make governance great. And guys, as I begin, please right now, thumb up this video and share it with a friend. And if you're new and you like this content, subscribe. This week, he's out giggling like a schoolgirl because Tesla's stock is tanking.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So, and if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, you know, and take out, just telling you.
Yes, Tesla, the American juggernaut that employs 125,000 people, that manufactures right here in the USA. That was the green energy dream of the left. Waltz and the rest of Team Blue are cheering for this innovative American company to crash and burn. Why? Because they have a personal vendetta against Elon for daring to free speech, as well as draining the swamp and taking all that money that flows out of your pocket in the form of taxes to their corrupt NGOs. Do you remember when the Democrats, led by Walz, called J.D. Vance weird?
You know it, you feel it. These guys are creepy and yes, just weird as hell. That's what you see.
First off, Timmy's got a dirty little secret. Minnesota's State Board of Investment, you know, the folks who are managing pensions for teachers, cops, and other retirees, holds over 1.6 million shares of Tesla. That's right, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars tied up in Elon's baby.
I'm talking about Tim Walz and his comments about the Tesla stock. He says it gives him a boost to see that stock going down.
That poor guy didn't check his portfolio and his own pension plan for state. It's beyond stupid what he did. He's talking down a 3.5% weighting in his own pension plan. I mean, what's the matter with that guy? He doesn't check the well-being of his own constituents in his state. I mean, that's their investment fund. Point, what a bozo.
And here's Waltz at a Wisconsin town hall, not even his own state, mind you, not a very good governor, cackling like a hyena, saying, I check Tesla's stock for a little boost every day, 225 and dropping, hurrah! Oh, it's hilarious, Tim. You're dancing on the grave of your state's retirement funds. Imagine being so blinded by spite that you'd rather see Minnesota's pensioners eat cat food than allow or help or encourage Elon Musk to succeed. Who elected this clown? Oh, right, Minnesota. I'm sorry, my condolences. Now let's talk about the bullet that we all dodged. Picture this. Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, November 5th, 2024, and somehow they slither together into the White House. This is the guy who'd be a heartbeat away from the presidency. A heartbeat. Maybe the only person in the United States with a lower IQ than Kamala. We'd have a VP who gets his jollies watching American companies tank, who'd rather burn bridges than build them, whose wife finds it intoxicating, the smell of Minneapolis, her own city, burning down.
I could smell the burning tires. And that was a very real thing. And I kept the windows open for as long as I could because I felt like that was such a touchstone of what was happening.
Tesla's stock slides 40% this year, partly because leftists like Waltz cheer on vandals torching Cybertrucks as if it was the summer of love of 2020, And he's out here treating it like a comedy special. Thank God the American people saw through this circus. Trump dodged that bullet like he was Neo in the Matrix, so that this mongrel offspring of stupidity and evil didn't march through the doors of the Oval Office.
So I've become friends with school shooters.
Because if he had, he probably right now would be ordering the EPA to fine Elon and Tesla for the toxic chemicals emitted every time a leftist torches one of their vehicles. But it gets darker. While Walz was yucking it up, Teslas are literally exploding across the country. Arson, Molotov cocktails, gunfire, dealerships and charging stations are being hit in Vegas, Colorado, the Pacific Northwest, Massachusetts. Trump, of course, calls it domestic terrorism, and he's dead on. The FBI is investigating Attorney General Pam Bondi's on it. But guess who's silent? Every single Democrat in Congress, not a peep. No condemnation, no tears for the workers losing their jobs, no outrage over the attempted murder via swatting of course, conservatives. They're getting swatted left and right. Fake 911 calls meant to get them raided or worse. Two prominent individuals, including Owen Schroyer the other day, were nearly shot by police. The dude came out with his cell phone like this. Silence, of course, from the Blue Colt. AOC's too busy tweeting about climate justice. Schumer's yelling at Americans who want to keep what they earn in their own bank accounts. How dare they? And Pelosi's sipping Chardonnay while Rome burns. These are the same clowns who would clutch their pearls if you walked in anywhere they are wearing a MAGA hat. But when Teslas are firebombed and conservatives are targeted, crickets. Hypocrisy so thick you could choke on it. And here's the cherry on top. For years they screamed that conservatives, MAGA, and Trumpers are the greatest threat to democracy. They'd point over and over again at January 6th like it was Armageddon, while conveniently forgetting the Summer of Love, 2020 riot fest where cities burned, businesses died / were killed, and they called it mostly peaceful. Billions in damage, lives ruined, and Walz, he let Minneapolis smolder while tweeting platitudes. Fast forward to now. Left-wing nutjobs are torching Teslas. They're swatting Trump supporters. And Team Blue and Walz are egging them on. Who's the real threat here? Not the guys in red hats chanting USA, USA, USA. No, it's the blue-checked elite and their foot soldiers who think that violence is cool when it's their current team that is swinging the bat. They ignored the riots then. They're encouraging terrorism today. And Walz is one of their many cheerleaders. It's disgusting. So, amigos, my friends, here is your homeworks. Please go ahead and corner your blue-tinted pals and ask them, why is torching Teslas a win? Why is it cool to demonize Elon for attempting to slash our soul-crushing national debt with Doge after he already helped unburden the nation of Kamala and her emotional support animal, Tampon Tim? Explain the applause, the giggles from the audience of Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert and the Daily Show clowns, late night hacks, as they give winks to the domestic terrorism as though it's a punchline. How do they square that circle without tripping over their own sanctimony? Spoiler, they can't. Because just like Tampon Tim, cackling as Minnesota's Tesla shares tank, rationality's a speck on the horizon for Team Blue, lost in the warm, fuzzy glow of envy and hatred. And share this video with them, folks, because who knows? Maybe one of these blue team cult members will have a glitch and short circuit his NPC instructions of hatred and envy. Maybe, just maybe, they'll think for themselves for one moment. Perhaps destroying somebody's property is bad, and they'll drop the Molotov cocktail in their hands that they were ready to throw. Just make sure to have a reservoir of water on hand to put out the flames, because Team Blue's mind control is much more explosive than a Tesla battery when exposed to reality.